Welcome back to the Senior Strength Show, where we explore the intersection of sleep science and healthy aging. Today, we're diving deep into what might be the most critical 90 minutes of your entire day. If you're over 60, you've probably noticed that sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to. Maybe you lie awake thinking about tomorrow's appointments, or you drift off only to wake up at 2 a.m. with your mind racing. What most seniors don't realize is that quality sleep after 60 isn't just about rest, it's literally about brain survival. During deep sleep, your brain activates a cleaning system called the glymphatic pathway. This system flushes out toxic proteins like amyloid beta and tau, the same proteins that accumulate in Alzheimer's disease. But here's the critical part. This brain cleaning only happens during specific stages of deep sleep, and it becomes less efficient with age. Today, we're joined again by Japan's most celebrated longevity expert. At over 100 years old, his brain remains sharp, his memory crystal clear, and he sleeps deeply for 7 to 8 hours every night. His secret? A precise 90-minute evening protocol that prepares both body and brain for optimal sleep and restoration. Before we reveal this protocol, make sure to hit that subscribe button because what you're about to learn could help protect your brain for the next decade. Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you, author. This topic is perhaps the most important we've ever discussed. After decades of research and over a century of personal experience, I can tell you that what you do in the 90 minutes before bed determines not just how well you sleep tonight, but how well your brain functions for years to come. Tonight, I'm going to share the exact 90-minute protocol I've used myself and taught to thousands of patients. This isn't about sleeping pills or expensive gadgets. It's about working with your brain's natural rhythms to maximize both sleep quality and cognitive protection.
Doctor, why specifically 90 minutes? Why not an hour or 2 hours? Excellent question. The 90-minute window is based on your brain's natural ultradian rhythms, cycles that repeat throughout both day and night. About 90 minutes before your target bedtime, your brain begins releasing adenosine, a chemical that promotes sleepiness, while simultaneously starting to reduce core body temperature. But here's what's crucial for seniors. This natural process becomes less reliable after age 60. Your circadian rhythms weaken, adenosine clearance slows down, and your body's temperature regulation becomes less precise. The 90-minute protocol works because it artificially enhances these natural processes. Dr. Matthew Walker from UC Berkeley, author of Why We Sleep, explains it perfectly. The 90 minutes before bed are when we can either support or sabotage our brain's preparation for sleep. Get this window right, and you enhance memory consolidation and brain detoxification. Get it wrong, and you compromise both sleep quality and cognitive health.
And this becomes more important as we age?
Absolutely. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that adults over 60 who follow consistent pre-sleep routines have 40% better memory consolidation and 60% more efficient brain waste clearance compared to those who don't. I had a patient, Eleanor, 73 from Toronto, who was experiencing mild cognitive decline. Our doctor was considering medication. Instead, we implemented this 90-minute protocol. Within 8 weeks, her cognitive testing scores improved by 25%, and her family noticed her memory and mental clarity had dramatically sharpened.
The first phase of our protocol focuses on initiating your body's natural temperature drop, which signals to your brain that it's time to prepare for sleep. What exactly should people be doing during these first 15 minutes?
This is when you take a warm bath or shower, ideally 104 to 109 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 to 15 minutes. This might seem counterintuitive, but when you step out of the warm water, your body temperature drops rapidly, mimicking and enhancing your natural circadian temperature decline. But here's the key for brain health. Add 2 cups of Epsom salt and 10 drops of lavender essential oil to your bath. The magnesium in Epsom salt absorbs through your skin and helps activate GABA receptors in your brain. the same receptors that promote calmness and deep sleep. Lavender contains linalool, a compound that has been shown to increase deep sleep by up to 20% and enhance the brain's glymphatic clearance during sleep.
What if someone only has a shower?
A shower works too. Spend the full 10 to 15 minutes under warm water, then finish with 30 seconds of cooler water. The temperature contrast is what triggers the physiological response. After your bath or shower, put on loose, breathable sleepwear and keep your bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This sustained coolness supports deeper sleep stages throughout the night. One patient, George, 68, from Phoenix, had been struggling with light fragmented sleep for years. Within 1 week of adding the warm bath protocol, he was achieving 90+ minutes of deep sleep per night, triple his previous amount.
Phase 2 seems to focus on what we're putting into our bodies. Tell us about the brain fuel protocol.
Exactly. During minutes 75 to 60 before bed, we're providing your brain with specific nutrients that support both sleep onset and overnight brain repair. First, prepare what I call golden milk for the mind. 8 ounces of warm, unsweetened almond or coconut milk mixed with a ½ teaspoon turmeric, a ¼ teaspoon Ceylon cinnamon, a pinch of black pepper, and a teaspoon of raw honey. Each ingredient serves a specific purpose. Turmeric contains curcumin, which crosses the blood-brain barrier and reduces neuroinflammation, a key factor in age-related cognitive decline. The black pepper contains piperine, which increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. Ceylon cinnamon helps stabilize blood sugar overnight, preventing those 3 a.m. wake-ups from glucose crashes. And the small amount of raw honey provides glucose to support liver glycogen storage, giving your brain steady fuel while you sleep.
Why almond or coconut milk specifically?
Both are rich in magnesium and contain tryptophan precursors that support melatonin production. Unlike dairy milk, they won't cause mucus production that can interfere with breathing during sleep. While sipping your golden milk, this is also the time to take any evening supplements. 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, 1,000 to 2,000 IUs of vitamin D3 if you're deficient, and omega-3 fish oil if you didn't have fatty fish for dinner. Maria, 71, from Vancouver, started the Golden Milk Protocol after experiencing what she called brain fog every morning. Within 2 weeks, she reported waking up mentally sharp and alert, something she hadn't experienced in years.
Phase 3 involves light manipulation, which I know is crucial for circadian rhythms.
This is where we actively prepare your brain's pineal gland to produce optimal melatonin. Starting 60 minutes before bed, you begin dimming all lights in your home to less than 50% of normal brightness. But here's the advanced technique. Switch to red light only. Red light has a wavelength of 660 to 700 nanometers, which doesn't suppress melatonin production like blue and white light do. You can use red light bulbs, red light therapy devices, or even red-tinted glasses if you need to use regular lights. The key is eliminating all blue light exposure. That means no phones, tablets, computers, or television during this window.
That's a big change for most people. What should they do instead?
This is perfect time for gentle activities that support brain preparation. Light stretching, reading a physical book, journaling, or meditation. These activities activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode that prepares your body for sleep. Dr. Russell Rader, a leading melatonin researcher, has shown that even small amounts of blue light can suppress melatonin production by up to 50%. But red light actually enhances melatonin synthesis and improves sleep quality. Thomas, 69, from Boston, was skeptical about the red light protocol. But after installing red bulbs in his bedroom and bathroom, his sleep onset time dropped from 45 minutes to less than 15 minutes, and his deep sleep increased by over 40%.
Phase 4 seems to focus on mental preparation. What's happening during these 15 minutes?
This is when we actively clear the mental clutter that keeps so many seniors awake at night. I call it the brain dump and gratitude protocol. For the first 10 minutes, write down everything that's on your mind. Tomorrow's appointments, things you're worried about, tasks you need to remember. This isn't journaling. It's literally dumping all the mental clutter onto paper so your brain doesn't have to hold on to it. Research from UCLA shows that writing down worries and concerns before bed reduces rumination by up to 57% and decreases the time it takes to fall asleep by an average of 9 minutes.
And the gratitude component?
For the final 5 minutes, write down 3 specific things you're grateful for from that day. But here's the key: be specific and focus on experiences, not just things. Instead of, "I'm grateful for my family," write, "I'm grateful for the laugh I shared with my grandson when he told me about his day." Dr. Robert Emmons from UC Davis has shown that gratitude practices before bed increase sleep quality, reduce inflammation, and even improve immune function in older adults. Susan, 74 from Seattle, had been lying awake for hours every night, worrying about her health, her finances, and her family. The brain dump protocol changed everything. She said, "Once I put my worries on paper, my mind finally felt permission to rest."
We're getting close to bedtime now. What happens in phase 5?
This is when we use specific breathing techniques and gentle movements to activate your vagus nerve, the major pathway between your brain and body that controls your rest and digest response. Start with the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7 counts, exhale for 8 counts. Repeat this cycle 4 to 8 times. This specific rhythm activates your parasympathetic nervous system and helps lower cortisol levels. But here's what makes this special for seniors. Between breathing cycles, do gentle neck and shoulder rolls. After 60, we often carry tension in these areas from years of stress and poor posture. Releasing this tension signals to your brain that it's safe to enter deep sleep.
Are there specific movements that work best?
Yes, focus on movements that open your chest and lengthen your spine. Gentle cat-cow stretches, shoulder blade squeezes, and slow neck circles. The goal isn't exercise, it's releasing the physical tension that accumulates during the day. Dr. Herbert Benson from Harvard Medical School discovered that this combination of deep breathing and gentle movement triggers what he calls the relaxation response, a state where your heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and brain waves shift towards sleep patterns. Patricia, 67 from Denver, had chronic neck and shoulder pain that kept her awake. Adding this 15-minute movement and breathing protocol not only improved her sleep, but reduced her daytime pain by over 60%.
We've reached the final phase. What happens in these last 15 minutes?
This is the sacred transition time, when we prepare your immediate sleep environment and set your brain's final sleep cues. First, ensure your bedroom is completely dark. Even small amounts of light can disrupt melatonin production. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask. Cover any LED lights from electronics with black tape. Next, create white noise or nature sounds at a consistent low volume. Your aging brain becomes more sensitive to sudden sounds, and consistent background noise helps mask disruptions that might wake you. What about room temperature at this point? Your bedroom should be 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit with good air circulation. If needed, use a fan. The gentle airflow and consistent sound provide additional benefits. Finally, this is when you apply what I call the pressure point protocol. Gently massage the space between your eyebrows, the temples, and the acupressure point on your wrists, about 2 finger widths down from your palm. These points help activate your body's natural relaxation response. As you get into bed, practice progressive muscle relaxation. Starting with your toes, consciously relax each part of your body, working up to your head. This technique has been shown to reduce sleep onset time by up to 50% in adults over 60. Robert, 72 from Chicago, used to take over an hour to fall asleep. After implementing this final preparation protocol, he's typically asleep within 10 to 15 minutes and stays asleep for 6 to 7 hours straight.
Doctor, one of the biggest challenges our listeners face is giving up their phones and tablets before bed. Many use them to read, check the weather, or stay connected with family.
I understand this completely. Technology has become such an integral part of our evening routines. But the blue light from screens is one of the most powerful sleep disruptors, especially for aging brains. Here's my compromise approach. If you must use devices, do it only during the first 30 minutes of the 90-minute protocol, and use blue light blocking glasses with at least 90% blue light filtration. But I strongly encourage finding analog alternatives. Keep a physical book by your bed for reading. Use a traditional alarm clock instead of your phone. Write in a paper journal instead of typing on a device.
What about listening to audiobooks or podcasts?
Audio content can be helpful, but choose content that's calming and familiar, not stimulating or new. Many of my patients enjoy re-listening to favorite books or gentle podcasts about nature or philosophy. The key is avoiding content that makes you think hard or triggers emotional responses. Your brain should be winding down, not ramping up. Janet, 70, from Montreal, was addicted to late-night news and social media. When she switched to listening to nature documentaries during her 90-minute protocol, her anxiety levels dropped dramatically, and her sleep quality improved within days.
Let's dive deeper into why this protocol is so crucial for brain health as we age.
As we age, several changes occur in our brains that make quality sleep more critical than ever. The glymphatic system, our brain's waste removal system, becomes less efficient. The blood-brain barrier becomes more permeable, allowing toxins to accumulate more easily. During deep sleep, your brain literally shrinks by up to 20%, creating space for cerebrospinal fluid to flush out metabolic waste, including the amyloid beta plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. Dr. Maiken Nedergaard, who discovered the glymphatic system, found that this brain cleaning is 60% more active during sleep than during wake. But here's the crucial part. It only happens during the deepest stages of sleep, which become harder to achieve after 60.
So, poor sleep isn't just about feeling tired, it's about brain protection.
Exactly. Studies from Authors Hopkins show that people over 60 who consistently get less than 6 hours of quality sleep have a 70% higher risk of developing dementia within 20 years. But the good news is that this 90-minute protocol specifically targets the factors that promote deep sleep and enhance brain cleaning: temperature regulation, melatonin optimization, stress reduction, and physical relaxation. I've had patients whose cognitive testing scores improved significantly after implementing this protocol. The brain is remarkably resilient when given the right conditions for repair and restoration.
For listeners who want to take this protocol even further, are there advanced techniques they could incorporate?
Absolutely. Once you've mastered the basic 90-minute protocol, there are several advanced strategies that can enhance results even further. First is temperature cycling. After your warm bath, spend 2 to 3 minutes in a cool room, 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, before returning to your normal temperature bedroom. This enhanced temperature contrast can increase deep sleep by an additional 15 to 20%. Second is breathwork enhancement. Instead of just the 4-7-8 breathing, you can add what's called coherent breathing, inhaling for 5 counts and exhaling for 5 counts for 10 to 15 minutes. This creates what researchers call heart rate variability coherence, which enhances the parasympathetic response.
What about aromatherapy beyond just lavender?
Excellent question. You can create what I call a sleep scent sequence. Start with eucalyptus during your bath for respiratory opening. Switch to lavender during the mind-clearing phase for relaxation. And finish with chamomile or sandalwood in your bedroom for deep sleep induction. There's also the cognitive shuffle technique during the final 15 minutes. Instead of progressive muscle relaxation, you visualize random non-emotional images: a blue umbrella, a wooden fence, a yellow flower.
This prevents your mind from engaging in problem solving while you're trying to sleep. Advanced practitioners can also incorporate what's called yoga nidra, or yogic sleep, a guided meditation technique that can deepen the relaxation response even further. Helen, 69 from San Francisco, was already sleeping well with the basic protocol, but wanted to optimize further. After adding the temperature cycling and cognitive shuffle techniques, her deep sleep increased from 18% to 28% of her total sleep time, levels typically seen in people decades younger.
What are the most common obstacles people face when implementing this protocol?
The biggest challenge is consistency, especially in the first 2-3 weeks. Many people try the protocol for a few days, don't see immediate dramatic results, and give up. But sleep optimization is like fitness. It requires consistent practice to see significant benefits. The second challenge is perfectionism. People think they have to do every single step exactly right or it won't work. But even implementing 3-4 components of the protocol consistently will produce measurable improvements. Third is family resistance. Spouses or family members might not understand why you need to dim lights or avoid screens. The solution is education. Share the science behind why this matters for brain health and consider implementing it as a household routine.
What about people who are naturally night owls?
Night owls can absolutely benefit from this protocol. They just need to adjust the timing. If your natural bedtime is 1 a.m., start the protocol at 11:30 p.m. The key is maintaining the 90-minute preparation window regardless of your chronotype. Some seniors discover they're not actually night owls. They've just developed poor sleep habits over years. After following this protocol consistently, many find their natural bedtime shifts earlier. For shift workers or people with irregular schedules, the protocol can be adapted by maintaining the same sequence relative to whatever sleep period you're preparing for, even if it's daytime sleep.
How can listeners track whether this protocol is working for them?
I recommend keeping a simple sleep optimization journal for at least 30 days. Track these key metrics: sleep onset time, how long from getting into bed until you fall asleep. Most seniors should achieve 10 to 20 minutes with this protocol. Morning energy level. Rate your energy from 1 to 10 when you first wake up. You should see steady improvement over 2 to 4 weeks. Number of nighttime awakenings. Quality sleep typically involves 1 to 2 brief awakenings maximum. If you're waking 3+ times, something needs adjustment. Cognitive sharpness. Rate your mental clarity and memory during the day. Many patients report significant improvements in focus and recall after 3 to 4 weeks of consistent protocol implementation.
Are there any objective measures people can use?
If you have a fitness tracker that monitors sleep stages, look for increases in deep sleep percentage and decreases in sleep fragmentation. However, these devices aren't perfectly accurate, so subjective measures are often more reliable. Some patients take photos of themselves upon waking. You can actually see improvements in facial relaxation and skin quality as sleep improves. The face is remarkably good at showing sleep quality. Blood pressure readings can also improve, especially morning readings, as better sleep reduces nighttime stress hormone production. Martha, 72, from Portland, tracked her progress meticulously. After 6 weeks, her sleep onset time improved from 45 minutes to 12 minutes. Her morning energy increased from 4/10 to 8/10, and her blood pressure dropped by 15 points.
Let's give our listeners a concrete way to implement and stick with this protocol.
I propose a 30-day sleep transformation challenge. Here's how it works. Week 1, implement only the temperature and light protocols. Focus on the warm bath and eliminating screens 60 minutes before bed. Week 2, add the brain fuel protocol, the golden milk and evening supplements. Week 3, incorporate the mind clearing and breathing protocols. Week 4, complete implementation with the final preparation protocol and any advanced techniques that appeal to you. The key is building one layer at a time.
allowing each component to become habitual before adding the next. Most people find that by week 2, they actually look forward to their evening routine.
What kind of results should people expect?
By day 7, most people notice falling asleep faster and feeling more rested upon waking. By day 14, deeper sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, and improved morning mental clarity. By day 21, significant improvements in daytime energy, mood stability, and cognitive function. By day 30, many patients report this is the best they've slept in years, with benefits extending to better blood pressure, improved immune function, and enhanced emotional resilience. Remember, this isn't just about sleeping better tonight. You're literally investing in your brain's long-term health and your quality of life for years to come.
Doctor, as we conclude this comprehensive guide, what's the most important message you want our listeners to take away?
I can tell you that sleep is not a luxury. It's your brain's most powerful tool for self-renewal. Every night that you follow this protocol, you're giving your brain the opportunity to clean itself, consolidate memories, and prepare for another day of vitality. The 90 minutes before bed aren't just preparation for sleep, they're preparation for a life of continued sharpness, independence, and joy. When you prioritize these 90 minutes, you're investing in thousands of waking hours of improved quality of life. Your brain is capable of remarkable restoration at any age, but only if you create the conditions for that restoration to occur. This protocol provides those conditions in a simple, systematic way that anyone can implement.
And the investment pays exponential dividends?
Absolutely. Better sleep creates a positive cascade. Improved mood leads to better relationships, enhanced cognitive function leads to continued independence. Deeper rest leads to better physical health. It all starts with those crucial 90 minutes. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Even implementing half of this protocol consistently will produce significant benefits. The key is starting tonight and building the habit one step at a time.
That's such an empowering message, and so practical for anyone ready to transform their sleep and protect their brain. To our listeners, tonight is the perfect night to begin. Choose one element of this 90-minute protocol and commit to it for the next 7 days. Then let us know in the comments how it affects your sleep and morning energy. Your brain has been taking care of you for decades. Now it's time to take care of your brain. Sweet dreams start 90 minutes before you close your eyes. We'll see you next time, here on the Senior Strength Show, where your journey to optimal sleep and lifelong brain health continues.